Conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome everyone. It is Tuesday, November 11th. I can't believe half the month is already gone. It's been crazy. Anyway, welcome. We have longtime Louise has finally made an appearance. We have missed you so much. Carmen's not able to make it tonight because she is super exhausted, so we hope she feels better and comes back soon. So we're going to go ahead and make introductions. I will start off. My name is Kim. I live in Des Moines, Iowa. I have relapsing remitting, diagnosed in 2018, currently on Ocrevus. I think I said everything. We will now hop it over to Louise, and she hasn't been with us forever. And let us know, introduce yourself, and let us know if you need time tonight. Excuse me. You need time tonight because I need updates. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
putting you down regardless. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Louise from Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, in Canada, and I've been diagnosed with MS for 33, 34 years, and I take baclofen.
Okay, welcome and thank you. Let's hop it over to Andrea. Welcome. Good to see you. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time tonight.
My name is Andrea. I live in North Carolina. I was diagnosed in 2012. I'm on Ocrevus. Um, Kim, I think you need time tonight because you have a lot of energy
Mm.
and
I just got such great news today with my mom and such relief. It was, oh, if you saw me on Friday, I was 100% opposite. I was, excuse my language, severely pissed off. And that's why I made that phone call to the other hospital to see if we could get in. And it paid off dividends because she's way happy and getting surgery sooner and everything's great. So, yeah, thank you. Did you need time tonight, Andrea?
I don't know.
It's a small group. Jump in when you need to. We'll put you down as a question mark. And we'll head over to Alyssa. Welcome. Glad you could make it tonight. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time.
My name is Alyssa. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2000, and I am now currently on my eighth medication, which is Mavenclad. Um, and I guess I'll take a minute just so I don't know if I'm going to stay on here because I'm not feeling well.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll take a minute.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you. And last but not least, Mike from Columbia. Do you want to introduce yourself? How's your volume working? Oh, I can't hear you, Mike. I'm so
He's
sorry.
going to have to call from my phone.
No, no, we can't hear you. I'm sorry, Mike. Rick
No,
posted in the chat, if you can see that, he pinned it in the chat, the number to dial in and the code if you wanted to call in on the telephone. There's like a 7, 8,
I
9,
don't
10.
know what kind of international.
It's international. Yeah, it's international.
Okay.
And then there's a 9-digit, it's a 10-digit number, and then it's like a 9-digit code. I think it would work. I don't think it's um let me double check. Let me just go to the website super fast. It could be a different number if it's no, because he gave that number to Louise and she's in Canada.
I
True.
restarted my computer. I didn't use the number. I just restarted my computer.
I'm glad it
Right.
worked for you. I'm always the worst when it comes to.
I tried to call, and
Okay,
it's
they have international dial numbers, but they are different, and Colombia is not a number on there.
and
Can
it's the
Canada
information,
does.
but the information is confusing. If you're, you know, kind of stressed out trying to get the volume. And so I just restarted my computer, but I have a feeling that for Mike, it might be difficult to deal with all
Yeah.
the information you get on the phone. I mean, I found it difficult. I don't know why I
Yeah.
think Mike would, but
He's dialed in before.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Normally Mike is on the phone, and then we see him on camera too. At least that's what it was, I think, last time.
And Mike, if you can't get your volume to work, you can always use the chat box to talk to us too.
I
But I'm
think he
gonna
just
go
said
ahead.
okay.
Yeah, I could read the okay on the lips. Most of my lip reading's not good, but basic stuff I'm okay with. Do you want to start us off, Alyssa, and share what you wanted
Sure,
to share?
I did. I want to share that now that I'm 42, everything seems to be happening.
Mhm.
With this whole breast thing. And I'm going to get an ultrasound of my abdomen tomorrow because my numbers were not good. My PCP said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, come on, really? Because my mom was 42 and she passed away. So I need to reach October or February 5th in 2026 to then say that I've outlived my mother.
Mm.
So it's like, why? Why is all this happening right now?
Can you share why she passed away in 42, at age 42?
She died of sudden cardiac arrest.
Okay.
But here's the thing, because I have home health care, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a nurse that was just like 22 years after she passed away. I had a nurse that was asking about my family history, and I told her about my mom and how she took fen-phen.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that killed her heart.
Yeah, that's one of the few products the FDA has ever pulled off the shelves for a supplement, I believe, is fen-phen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I was 17, so I didn't know anything about it, and I didn't know anything about the class action lawsuit or anything like that. All I know is my mom was gone.
Mm-hmm.
3 months and
She might be one of the reasons why they pulled it off the shelf.
I would not be surprised.
She was one of the reasons, yeah.
I mean, and that I'm glad because people should not be take. I hate that people take things like Ozempic. Just try to lose weight naturally. It'll happen. Maybe slow, but it'll happen if you do the right stuff. If you eat right, diet means a lot.
I do have to say, after going through a colonoscopy last month and with my mom having surgery and me having surgery early this year, you do have to have you have to withhold from those drugs for a while because there are problems with it. Mike, is that you?
That's me, yeah.
Oh, welcome. Introduce yourself.
I'm Mike from
You gotta
Arizona.
mute him.
I'm gonna mute him from the there, see if that helps.
Yeah.
Now talk through the phone, Mike.
Talk through the phone, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you mute the sound on your computer?
Not
Because
on
we're
your
getting
phone,
really
on your
bad
computer.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I will hang up and call back when I just figure all this stuff out.
Okay. You can just turn the volume down on your computer, and that'll help with the feedback. just going to mute his caller for a second so we don't get the feedback. And then hopefully he'll know how to unmute it.
Mm.
I wish there'd be an easy way to fix the feedback.
Oh, of course.
Hmm.
Kim, what were you saying about the diet stuff?
Oh, I was just saying if you're on drugs like Wegovy, Ozempic, those weight loss drugs are also used for
Mhm.
diabetes. A lot of times you have to stop those before you can have your colonoscopy or your surgeries. It just comes up like what came up with my colonoscopy directions. It came up, with my surgery, with my mom's surgery. At the time coming up, they asked about it when she's not on it. So anyone that's on those types of drugs, just be aware that if you have any type of surgery, including colonoscopy, they make you stop those drugs for some amount of time before you.
Right. I
Yeah.
know that before I had the biopsies, I had to stop taking my fish oil for
Hmm.
10 days
Okay. Yeah.
because of the bleeding that could happen.
Yeah, they didn't really tell my mom to stop, and they said that she could continue her baby aspirin, but she's going to. But they told her she couldn't take the Excedrin migraine because that has aspirin, a higher aspirin, I think 250
Oh, yeah, I
milligrams.
know that too.
Yeah, so and that's for like go-to for headaches. So it's a little tougher for her. But you were
Understood.
okay. So what were you saying before we got onto the Wegovy injections?
I was just saying that um, I'm totally against people taking that stuff. Like, just work on your diet and stuff like that. There's other ways that you can lose weight. It just may take longer.
Yeah, but I mean, look at John. He's also has diabetes, I believe, but he's done amazing with that medication.
Right. I guess if you, I have a feeling my mom did not do. My mom was very stubborn about going to doctors, and I have a feeling that she didn't talk to her doctor about being on fen-phen.
Well, you're right, and they might not have known the side effects or issues, and she might have not known that she might have been predisposed and having a problem if she
This
had
is true.
history of cardiac or had family history. She might have had no concept.
No,
And the labeling they do now versus back then, very,
very different. Yes.
very different. Because the Deshay Act, I think, came out like in 1990. And that was probably closer like mid 90s when she passed away.
Okay.
95 or something. I'm
Okay.
guessing.
So my mom was 2001.
Oh, she was sooner. Okay, okay.
She passed away 3 months and 28 days before I was supposed to before I graduated high school.
That's really rough.
Oh yeah.
That's really rough.
But then I ended up continuing and graduated with a bachelor's and a master's.
Wow.
So
So you get a
yeah.
scan tomorrow of your
Of
torso,
my abdomen, yeah.
abdomen. Yeah.
And then I have my phone appointment with the geneticist on Friday. And then we go from there. I
And what
had
are
my
they?
appointment with the surgeon, and I had my appointment with the breast doctor, who then said that I need to have the removal.
And why are you
And yeah,
going with the geneticist? Are they trying to? What are their?
for just because of the fact that I do have family history of cancers.
Okay. So
And
they're
I
just
mean,
doing it to see,
yeah.
you have more likelihood of developing cancer because you have some
Hmm.
kind of a mutation or a certain type of gene. Okay.
Exactly.
That's the test my mom is getting tomorrow. So it's not really helpful more for her. It's more for like me and the rest of her family. So.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, because the cancer, like my grandfather on my mom's side passed away. He had kidney cancer. My uncle passed, and I was 4. When I was 6, my uncle passed away. He had a brain tumor. Then my aunt, who is now 81, had breast cancer at one point, but it was only like the size of, she always says, the tip of like a pen.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to do the chemo, radiation, all that stuff because it was dealt with like 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, of course, I opened my mouth and told them that that was my family history. And they're like, okay. Plus, I'm Jewish.
Oh, yeah, that's you can be more susceptible to a lot of stuff too. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm an Ashkenazi Jew.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're getting tested.
Thanks. Me too. And I don't know when the surgery's gonna be. I'm hoping that I'll be here for the next meeting. Again, don't know what's going on.
Well, keep us posted.
I will.
Do you want it sooner rather than later, or do you want to hold off until after the holidays? How do you feel?
I want to start 2026 with a new chest.
Yeah. I heard a joke I read somewhere the other was that the person told the anesthesiologist, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta get something off my chest or something. I'll be back. I gotta get something off my chest. I'll be back.
Oh my God. Yeah, no,
I guess the anesthesiologist doubled over laughing. They had it. It took him a second. I'll be back. I gotta get something off my chest.
yeah, I can make a joke like that. No, I mean, I normally make jokes, but that's just one that I think it's too soon.
Yeah. I know with my mom, because she had a radical mastectomy in 1997, so she's been uneven for 29 years.
Right.
So I'm like, Mom, after this, you don't have to wear a bra. You can be any size you want. It doesn't matter. You pick
Yeah.
whatever size you want, and it's just so she's taking that as a win, and looking as a positive. So it's, yeah, you don't have to.
Right.
And then she complains because she's 75 that now the prosthesis all perky and the other one's all stretched, so it's droopy. So she's like, I just can't match. And she's like,
Yeah, but that's why whatever I get done, I'm gonna make sure it matches.
yes. So if I was in her shoes, watching her experience of only having a mastectomy on one side, I would probably get them both done at the same time just so I could be even. Because you look,
Right.
regardless of what you do, you will look, you can't be without a bra on because you look awkward. And then, and then
Right.
prostheses, it can be very, very heavy, especially if you have larger breasts. Anyway, we probably should get off the breast thing because we've been talking about it so much that I apologize for anyone watching this
Sorry,
one tonight.
guys.
But that's been the big hot thing. Hey, we had to get in. It's a little late for October for
I was
breast
just gonna say it was
cancer
Breast Awareness Month.
Breast awareness month. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, now somebody talk about something else. Anybody,
Yeah.
anything.
Jump in there, Lois. Luis, please jump
Um,
in.
yeah. Well, I guess I haven't been here because I've been dealing with health issues. I had a bone fracture and about 8 months ago, and so it's been really difficult. But one of the things I'm sort of tired talking about this bone fracture at 8 months, and it was supposed to be healed in 6 weeks. So, but I'm 75, so things take really much longer.
Where's your bone fracture? Can I ask that? Where?
On my hip.
Hip on your, okay, hip
Yeah,
fracture. Okay.
yeah. But one of the things that I, first of all, it's past my bedtime, so I hope that I will be coherent.
I don't even know how you do it, Luis, because I struggle at 7:30 Central Time when we
Yeah.
start, and you're 2 hours ahead. So you're like already at like 9:30. I don't know how you do
It's 10 o'clock here.
it. Yeah.
However, the last session, which was in the afternoon, I had the same problem that I couldn't connect I don't know what was happening. You couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you. And I had to leave because um, I have this really intense brain fog. You see, I'm having a hard time talking right now. And I'm saying, should I be talking or?
You're doing fantastic. We understand. We're with you 100%. Just continue on.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So what was happening is that Rick was saying, call this number. And I was getting instructions to do something else. And my nervous system just took over. And Rick was saying, call this number, and I couldn't find my phone. And my phone was where it always is. It was not in the wrong place, but I just could not connect. And so I had to leave, and my nervous system was just so out of whack. And I was so fed up. I'm so fed up with this brain fog. And I had a really hard time calming down. So I did uh, a, um, a meditation, a body scan, just to calm my physical nervous system. And the next day, I continued meditating, and I was still really upset and fed up because I've had, well, since I've been diagnosed, it's been really difficult dealing with this brain fog. But what came to me is my biggest problem is I have such a strong aversion to having brain fog. And
Mm,
the aversion
mm,
is uh, fed with fear. So there's fear and then the aversion. And so when I get into this brain fog, it's just like I'm out of control and there's no way that I can land anywhere. So it's been um, it's been a an education. It's been a learning moment and it's been very difficult, but at the same time, there's there's good stuff that has come out of it. Not that brain fog is any easier, but just knowing that I have such a strong aversion to it. And the aversion is like it taps into the ego, because you don't want to sound stupid, you don't want to make a mistake, but you do, you make mistakes. You say the wrong word or on and on. So I don't know, like I'm more I feel more committed to learning a different way to work with the brain fog, which I have no idea what this is going to be like. It's like for the last 2 weeks, well, first of all, I met with a friend that is a meditation instructor, and she's super organized, and she's got a book for this and another book for something else, and I thought, well, I'll meet with her and then I'll learn something. But it's just I can't learn from anybody else. I mean, I can't deal with 3 books and writing things,
Right.
So I just have to figure out my own way. So I'm kind of plugging through this, but it feels a little bit more relaxed, especially physically, knowing that just knowing that it's the aversion and there's the fear and I don't want to sound like I've got it all sorted out because I don't think I'll ever have it sorted out. Um, yeah, that's it. That's what I want to say.
Louise, can I tell you one thing
Yeah.
that you're gonna laugh? And it happened today. My caregiver was here and literally had me looking at her phone, okay? And she goes and tries to search her purse, and I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot my phone. I don't know how I'm gonna call Shane to pick me up. Her phone was on the table in
Okay.
front of me. She doesn't have MS,
No. Yeah, I know.
but I mean, she totally was like, I forgot my phone. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna call Shane? And the phone was on the table. So it's not just something that comes from MS. It's something that tends to come from people that are always just going really fast and don't slow down and just stop and take their time.
Yeah, I'm sure that, people that don't have MS experience that also. But in terms of MS, this is, um, um, see, I'm missing the word now. What is it? It is a symptom, right? I'm not the only one, right? With
No, not at
No, no,
all.
no, not at
I think we
all.
all I
And
think we all can
it's
raise our hands on brain fog.
pervasive and it's yeah, it's more than because people say that to me all the time. Oh, Andrea, I drop things all the time, or or yeah, I forget things all the time, or I have trouble with words sometimes too. And I'm like, no, yeah, yeah, I'm sure you do. And yeah, we're all getting older and this does happen, but like this is more so. This is
that's right here. It
it's
is. Go ahead, Andrea. Sorry.
no, I was trying to figure out how to end that, but yeah, I understand what you're talking about, Louise, completely.
And
And I
I'm not aware of. Well, I know I have brain fog, but sometimes I start talking and you know what I mean. I don't know before I start talking that the brain fog is that. See, I'm really tired right now, so I'm really digging for my words. It's just like I don't know I have brain fog until I start talking. Like
Yep.
right now, I'm trying to
Right.
explain something, and I had promised myself that I wouldn't talk about this tonight because I thought you're going to be tired, and but I feel so comfortable with you guys, and I don't know who's watching, but anyway, here I am.
I understood everything you said, Louise. I had no problems following you at all. You did
You
Me
should have
too.
amazing.
you should have felt it from the inside, though. From
Oh, but yeah, but you did way better than you thought you did. We had
yeah,
three
probably.
confirmations here. We were able to follow everything you said, no issues. You did fantastic. And I commend you for like when you couldn't get on a couple weeks ago, how you found alternatives to kind of calm down your frustration and your anxiety by doing, the body scanning, the meditation. And I really love it, Luis, that you have an open mind, that you're like, okay, this is a problem I need to solve. I'm gonna probably not always have it like 100%, but can I get it? Can I make it a little bit better? Can we make it more manageable? And I love that about you. You're like, yeah, let's figure out a way to make it more manageable. And one of my couple of my pieces of advice is, first of all, don't compare yourself to anybody else. That will just
Yeah,
frustrate you. And don't compare yourself
Mm.
to what you were before. It'll just
yeah,
frustrate you the crap. You just take what you have now and appreciate what you have now. And if you have to do so example of what one area I have a big problem is time and appointments. I can look at the appointment, see it's 8:30, but my brain will say in 20 minutes it's 10:30. I can't trust what my brain tells me. I have to have the office hand me a physical piece of paper or a card so I can put it on my refrigerator. And I put it in my phone, but I can't trust that my phone, the date is only as good as I put it in. It has to be the right day. It has to be AM or PM. It has to be the right one to work. But I'm always like when I had PT 3 times a week, twice a week from my rotator cuff surgery, I had to always constantly look and check what time it was because would keep changing it in my brain. But the thing is, Louise, I knew I did that. So then I work with it and I get the hard copies from the doctor's office. I check my phone. I even tell my husband so he gets me where I need to go if I need it. So you figure out ways to modify and deal with it. And then I'm going to tell you the strangest, weirdest, counterintuitive piece of advice I'm going to give you, and it's going to sound really, really weird. Are you ready for this, Louise?
I am.
Okay. When you're having a moment of brain fog, you're like, oh crap, I can't remember the best thing is you just let go. You don't worry about it. And if you're like, I can't remember, instead of like fretting and trying to pull it, just relax, like, whatever. and then it'll just come right back in here shortly. But the more you, oh God, do
Oh,
I
I
use
know.
this? Do I use this really bad analogy or not? Do I use this bad analogy or not? You guys want to hear the bad analogy or not?
Yes, of course.
Okay, this is a bad, terrible, this is a sex analogy, okay? The more you try to have an orgasm, the more you can't have one. So you just have to let go, okay? Same thing with brain fog.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go, and it'll come back to you. And
Yeah.
if you need help, you just say, "People, I have problems with brain fog. Can you help me?" Or I don't understand. I'm having brain fog. Can you help me? Can you write that down? And
I
just allow.
think I think though for me right now, like I'm hearing what you're saying, but it's I need to work with the aversion and the fear.
Do you
And
have a
because,
therapist that you see?
no, I don't want
Do you
I
see
don't want
someone not
I
into
don't
that?
want I don't want to see a therapist. I meditate
Okay.
and
Well,
yeah,
that person's a great person you talked about. That person that you was
yeah.
teaching you, that could be a great person to help you with the aversion. So every time, oh God, where's a great example here? It being at night, I'm having a hard time thinking as well, but I'm working with it. But there was someone that was talking about the more they felt this. Okay, now I remember. There is a great book. Uh, can you get my book by the bed into the magic shop? My library book into the magic shop. It's either on the let me go grab it. Hold on a second.
I'm anxious to hear from you, Andrea.
Guess I can give a little bit of a update. I'll let
Yeah,
Kim come back.
yeah. I'm sort of getting tired of talking, so and I want to hear from you.
Okay, if you want to read a very interesting book, I've read this book like I think this is my fourth time reading it. It's called Into the Magic Shop by Dr. James R. Doty. Okay,
Okay.
and you can get this at your library. It came out like I don't know, 2016 or 19 or something. 2016. So this is a doctor, neurosurgeon. Okay, he grew up incredibly poor and broke. His dad was a alcoholic, could barely work, and his mom was severely depressed and suicidal. He came from this very, very broke. They didn't know if they could make rent. They had to move all the time. And one day he takes this turn because he loves magic, and there was this magic shop. So he wandered in someday. And the person sitting there is the owner's mom who's visiting for 6 weeks. And he talks to her and she's like, "Do you want to learn real magic?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you got to come in every day because this is in summer, every day for 6 weeks, and you got to work really hard and practice." He's like, "Okay." So he goes in and he teaches her. She teaches him how to totally relax all the muscles, and then the next thing she teaches him is how to, meditate, and then she teaches him how to like visualize. And so this kid who had a terrible upbringing and background, not only does he make it to college, he makes it to med school, and then he gets in, and he's like, it's like everything just happens for him. Like, no, I'm going to go to military and I'm going to be a resident this year. Oh, no, it takes 3 years. No, it's going to be this year. He's a resident that year. And it's just really interesting, fascinating story. But what I'm trying to say is the skills that he taught him made him an amazing neurosurgeon because he could totally like the opening of the book, a surgery goes wrong in this 4-year-old boy that he's operating on. And then he can just totally drop in, relax, boom, fix it and everything, through his mind's eye. It's an amazing story. And it's very easy to read. It's
Yeah.
not a technical book at all, but it's just this incredible, interesting story and how he talks about things. And you're like, it's fascinating, but it also talks about all these things that she taught him, and she changed the course of his life. And he's very grateful for this, Ruth, I think was her name.
Oh, thank you for that, Kim. Thank you.
Yeah, and I can put it in the chat if you want the name.
Okay.
My someone recommended it to me once, and I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. And so I read it, and I'm like, whoa, this is really interesting.
So it's Into the Magic.
Shop by James Doty. Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it kind of talks about when you're talking about your brain fog and your frustration, some of those techniques, which you will learn through the person that you're working with. It's just another way to think of things or do things a little differently. And you have to understand when she taught him, he was like 12 years old. He was, he was a kid and trying to teach a kid how to totally not think. And, it's interesting. It's
Thank
fascinating.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. But don't, yeah, but when you feel the great brain, just let go, which sounds totally counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But trust me on this, and then just be completely open. If you're nervous or afraid, you just tell people, "Hey, I brain fog. Can you repeat that for me?" Or, "Hey, can you write that down for me?" Or, "Can you?"
For me, brain
I'm
fog
always.
is a lot more than just finding words or
Mhm,
completing sentences. It can be like
mhm,
an inability to make any sort of decision. It
Yes.
can be a feeling of not knowing where I am
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
or what day it is.
mhm.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a lot deeper than just,
Taking notes.
yeah.
But if you can relax and calm down and just kind of reorient yourself because it can get very you can spin out of control pretty quickly, you know, where
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just kind of creates the cycle and it just kind of spins out of control. And so if you can just kind of just take a deep
That's
breath,
what happened
take
to me
stock.
last session, is I just spinned out of control.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I need to stop talking right now because yeah, it's past my bedtime. So
It would be past, especially if at 10, 8, 10, 17 at night, it would be past my bedtime too. You see me in
Well,
2 hours. Yeah.
it's 9:17 for me on the East Coast, but since the time changed, it should be 10:18 right
yes,
now,
yes.
and I don't adjust very well or very quickly to the time change, so
Uh-uh.
I'm really struggling with that. Um, I feel like it was the last day meeting when I told the whole story of kind of where I've been for the last month. Alyssa, you were there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Kim and Louise,
I
I don't
remember
know
you
that you
talked about you were having seizures or had a seizure.
Yeah.
That's the last time when I heard from you, and that
I had
you
a
were.
seizure and then my
Yeah.
mom was coming to visit. It was a planned 1 week visit that ended up with her driving me to Raleigh for doctor's appointments and having to go back the next week for tests. And my uncle died, and then my best friend's mother died, and then um, I completely crashed after
Understandable.
the funeral. Oh, and my brother had his high school reunion here, and so I completely crashed, and it's really amazing to me how the world just doesn't stop.
Mm-mm.
I
Uh-uh.
need the world to stop.
Mhm.
And so many people, I'm so blessed, but so many people have been wanting to check on me that they're exhausting me even more. Like they're just not giving me the time that I need to. My friend calls it staring at the ceiling. And that's what I need to do is just stare at the ceiling. And and so I'm having trouble getting that recharge that I really need. I feel like my brain, it really wants to come back. It's really trying hard to come back. Um, but again, when I get tired or anything like that, the brain fog starts to creep back in, and
Yeah.
the dizziness is getting a little bit better, but that's still not great. And um, I went, I've been going to see this pelvic floor physical therapist, and she started talking about how all the muscles are tied together. And she was working on my glutes, and I was just laying on my side, and she's just taking like 3 fingers and very lightly rubbing over my glutes, and I'd be like, "Okay, that's a little tender," and she'd find a spot and just stop for 15 to 30 seconds, not really that long, and then she'd rub a little bit more, and I could totally feel it, like, radiating out. And it was such an amazing feeling, and, like, getting up and, like, my butt had not felt that loose in so long. It was
That's a great
amazing.
feeling. That's a great feeling.
I'm so
And
glad you
so
got to a
then
pelvic floor physical therapist. I'm so excited for you.
and I was in this, like, clutched in, everything tight, everything just just total at this point because all these bad things were happening. And I started, like, people with MS talk about the MS hug. I don't really feel the MS hug. I feel a like a muscle cramp right down my sternum. And I've been getting this since, I was in my 20s. And I've been to doctors and they've put things down my throat and up my butt and they've checked everything and, oh, you're perfectly fine. Go talk to a psychologist, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I've been dealing with this pain. It's not a heart attack. It's not whatever. And so I'm like, all she did was rub and kind of press a little bit, and she relieved so much in my butt. I wonder if this would help in my chest. And so I started doing it in my chest, and it started just releasing so much tension in my chest that I started doing this like everywhere and up around my collarbone and in those muscles between your rib up there, and I started feeling like muscles in the top of my shoulders start to relax and muscles in the back of my shoulders relax. And now I'm just obsessed and I can't stop just rubbing and poking all of my muscles.
Andrea, everything is connected. Everything is connected.
And so I'm starting a little bit on my legs as well. But I remember I watch what Dr. Thrower, Dr. Boster, and Dr. Bieber, Bieber, I don't know.
The redhead guy.
Anyway, several neurologists, and sometimes they talk about like, sometimes it's the spasticity that keeps you upright and keeps you walking. And I'm loosening so much up, and I haven't really gotten to that, but I've felt a couple times like, oh, n- my legs aren't aching as bad, but they're also feel a lot weaker. So I'm starting to hear like those, internet doctors in the back of my head. Like, do I want to go too far with the muscle relaxing? But to anybody out there with the MS hug, I mean, just try just lightly, just rubbing and find you can feel it. Like you can feel the tight muscle and where it's just a tiny bit more tender than the rest of it and just press 15 to 30 seconds and then slowly let up and see if it lets go of some of that tension. And I can sometimes feel the muscle under my fingertips just kind of totally relax underneath my fingertips. It's
Andrea, do you
it's
press hard? Do you press hard or no?
mm-mm,
It sounds like you're doing like a gentle touch, and then you're doing a little holding, and then
right,
you know, oh,
right.
gen
And sometimes me personally, like the therapist, she's very, very light on all of it. Sometimes I find muscles that are a little further down, and so I might press a little harder personally, but I know how deep is too deep. So the point is not pain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just to put some pressure on that muscle.
It's
do you
like a
Not the pain.
Swedish massage.
yeah, do you get massages at all, Andrew?
Every 3 weeks.
Okay, so you already have, because my massage, my monthly massage is vital for me. Because if
Right.
I
But
don't, when they,
I'm gonna reteach because I just go to like, I live in a resort town
oh,
and
okay.
I just go to the massage therapist that works in the resort town and they just rub you and it feels great. And it probably helps to increase, blood flow. Um, but it's not like I think I heard a term, is it trigger point massage?
There's a variety of massages out there. There's can
Yeah.
be like the real relaxing massages. There can be deep tissue massage. So my massage therapist, it's not a painful massage, but it is not a relaxing massage. She is working everything out, and but man, does she keep me
And I am
going.
constantly having to ask them to go deeper.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you might need to switch to someone that's more of a medical massage, more than like a relaxation, calming massage.
My
Um,
options are limited here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I know that when they in 2020 when they shut down all the massage therapists in Iowa, I got super super tight, and then the pain was so bad here, I had to go to physical therapy for weeks, and she just took this metal thing and just dug because I was so tight in so much pain from not having
Mhm.
massage monthly. I was I was a mess.
I mean, so what I want her to do is kind of do that down the back of my spine
Yeah.
because I can't reach that. But I'm just thrilled to death with the response my body is having to it to begin with. And second of all is how many of the spots I can reach myself. Um, so that's very exciting.
I would say, Andrea, if you're concerned about your walking ability by doing this, maybe limit when you work on your legs and stuff to just the evening when you're going to bed and not do that during the day. So you get to enjoy
Right.
the relaxation, but you don't have to worry so much about, am I going to have a fall or are my legs not working correctly? So.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, just limit
Yeah.
it to, like, when you're in bed or when you're, or you go to bed, then allow yourself to do that portion. The rest of it, just if it gives you problems for any reason. But no, I think you're onto a great thing. I think that's awesome that you like, hey, this pelvic floor physical therapist is kind of doing. I wonder if I can do that somewhere else. Oh wow, this actually is really helpful.
Yep. So, yeah. And it's the quality. I mean, I feel like I'm breathing better because it's opened up all my chest. I feel like I'm moving more easily. I feel like I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm not still in pain, but I'm in a lot less pain.
Hey, any
Um,
any type of reprieve or lessening in pain is a win.
agreed. So yeah, it's been kind of life-changing, actually.
It's awesome.
That's amazing
Yeah.
to hear. I hope you continue to explore and figure out what works great, what doesn't work great, and get your routine. Like this is what helps me out, or being really in tune into your body and going, hey, this is where I need it today, and let's try that. And like we were talking about with Louise, with keeping an open mind and just, and it
Now
and
I
it's
just
so
gotta figure out how to get past this stupid fatigue and I'll be golden.
Oh, wow.
boundaries
Yeah.
boundaries help a lot.
Yeah. Fatigue is a sick feeling, isn't it? It's not like tired, because tired, you've earned it. You've done something.
Mhm.
But fatigue, it's I feel sick when I'm fatigued.
Yeah, fatigue for me is like it being incredibly difficult just to rinse off a dish in the sink. Like
Yeah.
that
Right.
should not be
Hmm.
done, and it is just so draining. That's fatigue for me, and fatigue doesn't make any sense. Fatigue makes tired makes sense. You ran a marathon, of course you're gonna be tired. Fatigue makes no sense. Like why would you have to sleep 3 hours after unloading the dishwasher? Why would you have to sleep
Right.
3 hours after going in a short little run to the grocery store? Like it makes no sense. And I
Yeah.
think, my biggest advice for the fatigue that's worked the best for me is listening to my body and following my intuition. If I tune
Hmm.
into my body, I can somehow manage it way, way better. But when I'm like, oh no, I have to do this, that's when I get my butt kicked. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't listen to your body. Okay, well, we'll here you get your butt kicked now. And it's like, oh, why did I do
Yep.
that? So
Yep.
Listening to your body is key.
key, but it's tough because ever since you go to school, you're taught to not listen to your body and power through. And you have to
Yeah.
reteach yourself to listen to your
Yes.
body again. So, yeah,
It's tough. I guess because of the fact that I've been dealing with this for 25 years, I've learned to listen to my body.
you have to because it's like the best survival, like the best way to manage. There's no other way. But a lot of
No.
people
Un-
don't.
Until life throws you so many things that, what your body is requiring or yelling at
Yeah,
you is just not, I just didn't feel like I just didn't feel like I could stop.
yeah,
Part of that was medical and then deaths.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
But if you need the extra time to recover, do not feel bad about it. If you need to tell people, hey,
No, I don't.
yeah, just
Except that I'm just missing stuff I really want
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That's I'm just boo-hooing because I
yeah.
want to.
But think of it this way, Andrea. If you take care of yourself now, then you can enjoy it later versus like still being in the recovery mode. You want to recover faster, not slow down your recovery. So like
True.
when I am sick, like actually sick with like a flu or whatever, I have learned it is hydration and rest. Like everything
Yeah,
else stops. Because if I don't do that, it's going to take me so much longer to recover. I
it's
just have to
true.
suck it up and go, nope, we're in sick mode. We have to recover. And then that
Yep,
allows me to recover faster. So just think of it that way, you know,
yep.
and don't feel bad. Don't feel sorry about it. You know, it is what it is. Respect your body, listen to your body. I mean, you know it. I'm just
Hate my
reinforcing
body.
what you already know.
Yeah. So with that, I think I'm gonna listen to my body and go
Yeah,
check
drop
out.
off. It was great seeing you tonight. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
us.
And
Louise,
I
if you need to take off because it's super late, go ahead. We
it's
can
Right.
end it.
10:36 and
Yeah, good seeing you.
yeah, I'll see you next
Yeah.
time.
And
Bye,
then
Rick.
we'll
Night,
stop the
y'all.
recording, and if we want to talk longer, we can.